I'm back with another video because I decided that it would be a good time to make another video. Uh, you can kind of tell by the title. That's Collection Reveal Part 4, I think. Technically, it's Part 5, but one of them wasn't really part of the Collection Reveal series, so I guess this technically counts as Part 4, but really it should be Part 5. But we're going to be looking at more stuff that happens to be gifts from either family members or close friends. That's something I showed off in Collection Reveal Part 3, I think, which again actually is actually Part 4. But if you look at the channel's history of videos, you'll get what I'm saying. But yeah, so that's from my Aunt Marcy. Uh, really like that piece, but unfortunately, that's not what we're talking about today. And sadly, we're not talking about really anything Venom today. But we are going to talk about something that has to do with something I'm a big fan of, anime. And again, these are some gifts that I'm about to show off. Uh, I don't believe that they are Funko related. I know they're not Funkos, but I'm not seeing anything on here that says that they're Funko related. So, but what I'm talking about today are called Chibi Masters. Now, I could be wrong, like I said, about them not being Funko related, but I have two of them from LBD Prophecy. I think I mentioned him last time when I was talking about one of my Grogu Pops, I believe. It's this one right here. It's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade from, I believe, 2021. I believe this was a Christmas gift. I don't remember exactly, so yeah. But if you want to get some more information on this pop, I actually showed it off in the last video, so this is a pretty good pop, but not what we're talking about. So, moving on to the Chibi Masters, which are really the main part of the video today. Now, I wouldn't say that My Hero Academia is my favorite anime, but it's a decent anime. Kind of hard to see because of the phone's reflection, but if my phone wasn't so bright, you'd kind of be able to see it. The box is unfortunately dirty, as you can see there. There's some spots here on the bottom somewhere. I don't remember exactly. Like there, I can feel something right there. I think you can see the dot. But these were in a box for a really long time. The other day when I was thinking, man, I need to make another video. I was like, I was going through some stuff in my room and remembered that I got these from LBD. I've got two of them, but this one's a Zuko Midoriya. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention for anyone who doesn't know, uh, I am Shadow, as I'm going to call myself, but that's only until Alias is revealed, and that I will figure out when that'll be, but probably won't be for a while. But Shadow is my alias, as you can see from little spot, like right there. Yeah, there. So my name. Uh, Eventually, that will be my actual name. But Shadow is just kind of my thing. My gamer tag's Fiery Shadow. My channel is Fiery Shadow. So Fiery Shadow is just my thing in general. This is this is number 1 out of a 5-character set. I'm not exactly sure what these are made of. Yeah, no, I don't know. But they're distributed by, I guess, Ultra Tokyo Connection, I think is what it says on there. Yes. So, might be hard to read, and I'm not sure you guys will be able to read it, but if I can get my camera to focus on it. And by camera, I mean phone, but yeah, no, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get focused on it. But, yeah, this is one of the main things we'll talk about, so I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on it, but I do want to spend a decent amount of time. I've actually never opened these boxes before, but again, they're called Chibi Masters. It says right here, but I'm, again, not really too sure if you're going to be able to read it. They are recommended for 15 and up, so I do not meet that, but I don't care. But for anyone who doesn't know, this is Izuku Midoriya, better known as Deku from his show. He's the main character of My Hero Academia, or MHA for short, or the abbreviated form. The characters you can collect, and one of them is on here, are Izuku Midoriya, which is Deku, Katsuki Bakugo, I don't remember his hero name, Tenya Ida, which I think he just said his hero name was Tenya, Shoto Todoroki, I think his hero name is literally just Shoto, and then Suyu, or Sue, but it's Suyu Asui, but I don't remember her hero name either. But these are the characters you can collect in this set. I believe, I'm not sure if there are more, but I'm going to assume there probably are, because, like Suyu Asui, I wouldn't say she's a main character. I mean, she's kind of a side character, but at the same time, kind of a main character. Like Izuku, he's the main character. Tenya is a friend of his. Bakugo's, his bully. And Shoto Todoroki is one of his rivals. Like, these guys are kind of the rival trio of the anime. So you got Izuku, Katsuki, and Shoto as the kind of rival trio. But again, like I said, boxes are pretty dirty, sadly. I'm going to clean them up after the video. I didn't realize how dirty they were in advance. So that is my fault, but I will probably show them off next video once I've cleaned them up a little bit. But I really like the way his suit's designed, and they really captured his character here, especially with the eyes, because it might be a little hard to see, but because here he looks pretty excited, but Deku's I don't know how to describe his personality. He's confident, I guess, but when faced with danger, he kind of freaks out. He usually calms down, but this is especially in the beginning of the series. I know he gets a lot more confident toward the end of the series, but I'm not going to do too many spoilers for this actual series in case there are people who, because I haven't even watched all of it, but I've seen like clips of parts later on in the series. But for people who haven't watched it or don't like anime but might try anime sometime later, this is a decent anime to start off on. Especially toward the beginning, because it's kind of encouraging at the beginning. But yeah, so I'm not gonna really give too many spoilers about the show. But yeah, so this guy's pretty cool. I mean, the suit's very nice, especially the red sneakers. I'm not sure they're visible, but out of everything you could have had in on your hero suit, because they got to design their own suits, he chose red sneakers. So we're gonna move on to the next character, and like I said, it's another character from the set on the back of the boxes. And I'll have like 10 seconds to predict what character everyone thinks it is. LBD doesn't need to predict because he sent these to me. like I said, these were both sent by LBD. But here's the other one. It's Katsuki Bakugo. So it's the second one in this line. This box isn't quite as dirty as the other box. But yeah, as you can see, it kind of has the same back. Just kind of has like the characters you can collect. My Hero Academia, Funimation, because that's one of the streaming services it can be streamed on. Stuff like that. Bakugo is also another really cool character. One thing I like is their eye colors. So, like, for Midoriya, it's green. Might be a little better if I point out right here. It's a greenish black, but yeah. But for Bakugo, it's orange. Again, it might be a little better if I point out, like, right around here. And then hold that spot up to the camera. I don't know. But it's a red-orange kind of color. With Bakugo's suits, it really fits his personality. And the reason I say that is because and his quirk. Now, I will tell you his quirk, which is his like superpower, I guess. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I mean his suit kind of tells you what his quirk is, not like verbally or anything, but if you look at the gauntlets on his hand, they're shaped like grenades. So his quirk's literally just called Explosion, and basically I believe I know it has to do with his sweat, but I believe it's he can use his sweat as some sort of explosive substance. I want to say it's hypoglycerine or something like that. Hyperglycerine. I know it's something, but I'm wanting to say that it's hypoglycerine. I could be wrong. Correct me if you know what it is. But yeah, and his hair kind of looks like the comic book style of an explosion, like where it's just kind of spiky. Like here's the bottom. It's like one point, and then it kind of boom. Yeah. But he's got gauntlets, and then I believe the orange is kind of supposed to signify fire, or what a lot of people view or think of when they think of an explosion, like the puff of orange and red smoke that a lot of people think of. But it's a really cool design, especially with the gauntlets. The detail that went into those is pretty nice because they got every little bit of the gauntlets like cut out. It might be hard to see on camera because my camera sucks. Because again, it's just my phone, but yeah, I think I got it in there for a split second. But they got like every little detail of his gauntlets, which I really like about this. Again, they're called Chibi Masters. Not exactly sure. Crap. Yeah. Slight intermission. Yeah. Jeez, okay. That was not expected. Sorry about that. But anyway, Chibi Masters. I don't know exactly if Chibi Masters are like their own company or if they're distributed by a bigger company. But what I do know is that they are really well manufactured based off of these ones that I've seen. I've only ever seen these two, but based off the detail on these, very accurate to the show. Here's his hair, and I guess I'll show you Deku's as well. Which both of them are kind of crazy, but that's to be expected because it's an anime character. So usually the hairstyles are extravagant. Yeah, no, so got this, and just because I want to extend this video for more than like 15 minutes, I'm gonna grab a bonus item. Wasn't expecting to do anything else, but I would like to have like 20-minute long video, and wasn't thinking that it would take this long or wasn't thinking that I would be done really getting all the descriptions and details in there about the other two. So this is actually another gift. I think I got this from my grandma last year for Christmas. This little Baby Yoda snow globe. He's got like his little Santa hat on. I kept the tag on just because it's kind of cool looking. It's got the Mandalorian crest. I'll take the tag off just for a better view, and then I'll put it back on later. But it's got Star Wars right here, because Star Wars is kind of it's related to Star Wars, obviously. We got the Mandalorian crest, I believe is what it is. Maybe it's the Beskar crest. I don't really remember. Not a whole lot of detail, but with such a small space, can't really blame the manufacturer. Just enough detail to capture its cuteness, which honestly I think I like the simplicity of this design, and you know, gotta shake it up a little bit. It looks nice. He's got one hand at his side, which should be relatively easy to see, and then he's kind of waving with his other one. And his feet are covered in snow, so I'm kind of surprised that he's not running to the Mandalorian to save his tiny little feet from the cold snow, because he's a child. And again, actually, now I think about it, in the show, I think Baby Yoda is like 50 years old, and so I don't think the Mandalorian's as old as Baby Yoda. So actually, I guess in this dude's eyes, the Mandalorian's a child. But again, I wasn't expecting to have this done so quickly. But regardless, this is a really cute little piece. Especially for like my entertainment center, especially because of how cluttered it is. Again, wasn't expecting to be done as fast as I was, so I guess I can kind of end the video here. I'm looking around my entertainment center to see if there's anything else I want to show off in this video, but I'm not really seeing anything. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it, guys. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned this in my most recent stream, which was actually a gaming stream. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to. That's another thing I wanted to mention. I started. A friend of mine gave me the confidence to bring back some of my original content, which was gaming content. And I'm thinking about doing a game other than Fortnite for the next stream. So I want comments down below, and I'll do like 4 or 5 games that I have. So let's go with. I will add Fortnite as an option because I know that those videos are pretty popular, especially with the new season. Oh yeah, and that's another thing that made me want to grab these guys, because as of right now, or as of the 16th, for sure Deku will be in Fortnite. And I know this because, one, there's leaks, but 2, right before I decided to stream, because it was kind of like a last minute decision, because I was like, do I want to stream today or do I not want to stream today? So this was a last minute decision, but when I hopped on Fortnite for a split second and seen this thing, I think it said, no fear or something like that, but it had like All Might's symbol. So it had like the flat part right down here, and then it had like the like his kind of ear, like bunny ear kind of hairstyle thing. I don't know how to describe that. It's kind of confusing. But thanks for tuning in. I'm thinking about and I think I'll list off the games that I'm wanting to play. So let's do Fortnite, Overwatch, Trailmakers, And let's see, what other game? Clone Drone in the Danger Zone. Let's do Clone Drone in the Danger Zone. And then I'll do a brief description of all of those quick, except for Fortnite, because that's the only one that's ever been seen on my channel. But if you guys want to see that again, I will do it. So let's go with Overwatch first, or Overwatch 2, I guess, because that's one I have. For anyone who doesn't know, Overwatch is a first-person shooter, where the objective is different every time. Sometimes it's capture an objective, sometimes it's move the robot, sometimes it's escort the payload, and I think those are the ones I've played so far. And then if that wins, I will, if Overwatch wins, I will like kind of, if Overwatch wins, which I'll just count the comments, the next time I decide to stream, I'll count up the comments, figure out what won, and then if Overwatch wins, I want you guys to say Mystery Heroes or pick my own hero. So let's do Overwatch P for pick heroes. So Overwatch PH, let's do that, and then MH for Overwatch MH for Mystery Heroes. And I will put that in like the comments. I'll pin the comment or something so that you guys can, kind of like vote on it, sort of. Then Trailmakers is kind of a game where you can build vehicles. There's a vehicle that I've been trying to make work, but I'm failing miserably. So I'm kind of wanting to see if I can get some assistance from you guys if you have any ideas, which I don't care if they work or not, just give them to me. I want all the ideas. So if that wins, I won't play, or I won't mess with that vehicle at all in case that wins, because that's the vehicle I'm wanting to mess around with the most. And then I'll show off a couple of my other vehicles that I have made in the past. And I think, what was the other one I listed? Clone Drone in the Danger Zone. Basically, I'm a robot. Or basically, I'm a human mind inside of a robot. I have to fight real robots in a battle to the death. If my robot gets destroyed, then I have to restart as a different robot with a different brain. And I start off with just a sword, but I can upgrade my character as I go on. So like, I can get like a flame sword or a sword that blocks bows, something like that. And then Fortnite was the other option, which needs no description, but why not do it while we're here? Third-person shooter game, pretty simple. Well, it used to be pretty simple up until this chapter, because now we've got, this was some stuff that was added last season, but there's sliding, mantling, and what's the other one? Sprinting, sliding, and mantling. So that was some stuff that was added last season, but some stuff that was added this season was a few new weapons. There's a shockwave hammer, which you can use as transportation or as an actual weapon. I use this transportation because it allows you to bounce around the map pretty easily. And then there's augments, which upgrade your character as well. So yeah, so if so for Fortnite, just comment Fort. For Overwatch, comment OW, and then if you'd rather see me do MH or Mystery Heroes, I'll do MH and pick my hero or pick hero. I'll just do PH. So OWPH, but make sure there's a space in between so that I don't get confused. So OWPH or OWMH. For Trailmakers, just do TM, and then for Clone Drone in the Danger Zone, just do Clone Drone, because otherwise I'm not gonna remember an abbreviation for that one because it's the most complicated. But thanks for tuning in. Oh wait, I've said that so many times, but I keep forgetting. I have a merch store. It's in the about section of my my channel. So if you want to buy merch, it doesn't support it doesn't support me financially. I gain no profit. But you guys buying it means a lot to me. So if you would like to buy it, it's up to you. No pressure. But anyone who does buy it, very appreciated. And those of you who don't buy it but still watch these videos are also greatly appreciated. But I think that's it. So thanks for tuning in. And thank you for leaving comments if you want to see a gaming live stream next. And if there's not enough comments, or if there's a tie, we'll just do another I'll just do another collection reveal, and I will write the names down and randomly eliminate one of the games. And then if there's another tie, we'll do the same thing. And then if there's another tie, I'll randomly eliminate one of the 2 remaining games. And then whatever ends up winning wins, and I play that in the stream afterwards. Because I'm not going to do 4 streams to do that. But if there's, well, I guess I kind of have to, unless I set up some polls. But I'll just do another collection reveal episode if there's a tie. So let's hope that we don't have a tie. I mean, love doing these videos, but I'd really like to do another gaming live stream, but I don't want to do a gaming live stream unless it's with my friend. And so, yeah. Again, thank you guys for tuning into the stream. And that's all. So, peace. Shadow Squad!